Yes, viewer, you're welcome to another week of your experience with the Fashion Prince. Yes, last week we spoke about believing in yourself, and in the process of discussing believing in yourself, we had a little puzzle which was describing the four-man chain, the two different four-man chain from the love fraud program. Now, the first chain has to do with the white woman, the guy, the girlfriend, and the white witch people. Now, the second chain is made up of the white woman, the guy, the girlfriend, and the nanny. If you notice, each of those chains had people trying to fraud themselves, except apart from the white woman who had nobody to fraud. On our YouTube channel, we discovered that it was only one person that was able to get the fraud chain, which he got the aspect of the white lady, the guy, the girlfriend, and the nanny. But he couldn't unpuzzle the other one. So, thank you so much. And I hope you're able to enjoy yourself. That money was offered by Chris Gas. But we would have said let's give her halfway to the journey. But we said if you could get the whole two-man chain. And then right now the studio is seriously under attack because my whole crew is getting pissed off because they were also trying to unpuzzle this question, but they couldn't. Without much delay, we have somebody who has two-in-one discussion, and it has to do with don't give up until you win. Or would I say don't give up until something happens. So ladies and gentlemen, without much delay, let's join my guest at our location.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Mrs. Thompson, and today I'd like to share my experience with you all. Once I had a challenge with how I was going to go back to school and actually deal with my school fees that year. So I actually made up my mind that I won't be going back to school that particular year. But my son just walked up to me and said, "Mom, you've been going to school and you've been trusting God all through for your fee. Why don't you do that again?" So this time around, I just reluctantly, went back to school because I was staying far, very far from my school, and I had to come in every six months, thereabout. Then I came to school this year. I had my friends welcome them and we're all together. And after 2 weeks running into that section, a woman called me and said, "Madam, the Lord has been dealing with me over this particular issue and I just have to treat it so that I'll be at peace." And I'm like, "Oh, so what is it? What have I done this time? Did I do anything?" Because she's not that friendly with me or anyone for that matter, at least in my department. So she called me up and said, "God has been dealing with me." She introduced herself. She's actually a minister of God in a particular ministry. And she said that the Spirit of God has been leading her to do something. Then she handed me this envelope. Honestly speaking, I wasn't expecting money. I just threw the thing inside my bag and went back home. So it was when I got home, I picked up the envelope and opened it. Lo and behold, it was actually my school fee for this whole semester. And that brought, tears into my eyes, and I just had to, give the testimony in the church, and I said, "This can only be God, not man." And that taught me a whole lot of lesson. And it actually took me back to another experience similar to that I had. It was with getting up and wanting to fulfill my desire as per going into school. I remember growing up, I've always desired to be somebody who is learned, but the family situation, circumstances, made me to drop out from school somewhere along the line. Yes, you might not know that, but it's true. So what happened? When I eventually settled down, in fact, I had my baby, and that same dream or passion to go to school was still there. It didn't die. So I decided to get up and pursue it. Guess what? I had to go back again to write my exams before getting into school. So I wrote the first GCE. The result didn't come out well. I went back the second time and I wrote my exams. This time around, I did well in some of the courses, in some of the subjects rather, but I scored more in CRS, what we call Christian Religious Study. And when I came back home, my family, a lot of them laughed at me. In particular, my husband then, made a comment, and it was funny. We all laughed over it. And he said, "It's like you just went there to show them that you're a Christian. You did very well and you passed the CRS." But then, from that statement, I made up my mind that I was going to go back and try again. I was going to push this time around, and I'm going to give it my best. This now led me into registering with a private body to teach me and to run lessons, evening lessons for me. Sometimes I will go and come very tired, worn out. And you might be even talking to me and I will sleep off right where I was sitting on the couch. But I didn't give up. So the second time, guess what? When it was time for me to write the third GCE exam, then I had a baby coming on the way. Well, this is good. It's wonderful, but not at the right timing. So what happened? My baby came, to the glory of God, and I had to choose between either writing this exam this year or cancelling it and all that. But I made up my mind I was going to go anyway. So what happened? Thank God I had my mommy around, a very good woman, God bless her. So I just discussed with her. I said, "Mom, this is what I want to do. And I just want you to help me." So each morning I'll bring my mom and the baby to the exam hall. The first day was funny because the vigilators were like, "Who is this?" But seeing my determination not to give up, I was not ready to take a no from them. I told them my mom would just be by the side to take care of my baby while I write the exam. They were touched, they were moved. They said even at the fact that I was married and had children, I was still determined to make it. So they themselves were willing to help me. So when it was time for me to nurse my baby, I would just take an excuse because people would cry sometimes and the noise would disturb others. So I would come out and nurse my baby and still go back to the exam hall. Remember, I didn't tell anybody I was coming to write, especially some of my family members. Then when the results came out, I went to school actually to check my result. Then they would paste everything right for everyone to see. I lacked courage. I was so scared to even look at the exam hall. So what did I do? I acted up as if I was coming to check my younger one's results. So I called some of the students and said, "Hey, please check number so and so for me." And they did. So the young guys, they didn't know what was happening. They called out the results. And guess what? I made it all. Both my maths and English, at least I had credit in them. Oh my God, you could see another person going back home. I was so happy. I was so excited. And that kind of sparked up something in me that yes, in life, if you make up your mind to do something, don't allow people around you stop you. You can make it. If you believe that you can, but if you don't believe you can't, you can. If you say you cannot, then you can't make it. I'm from Delta State by birth, actually from Abia State, by marriage from Delta State. After writing my exams, I enrolled for LASU, Lagos State University. Then I also enrolled right there in Unilag because I had, this dream to go to school in Lagos. So school in Lagos, although I was born there. And eventually I gained admission in both schools, but I chose Unilag. because of course it's a federal school.
Okay.
Yes, with all pleasure. His name is Emmanuel Ibubechuku Thompson. Oh yes, before I even got married to him, I told him when he asked me what will I want to do, that's after settling down. I told him that I would like to go to school. Yes, he was in support. The first time he paid, the second time he paid, the third time too, I, paid. Then I told him that look, I had enrolled the third time for my exam. But all through, he was in support, that I should go back to school. But I had to take that stand myself. Yes, he knew about it. So I eventually did well and I passed. And today, by the grace of God, I'm helping out people in one way or the other to fulfill their mission. So please keep that fear out. With God on your side, believe in yourself. Anything and everything is possible. So thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Ngozi Thompson. You are watching your experience with the Fashion Prince. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, viewer. I hope you're able to enjoy our story. If you notice, she had challenges in writing GCE, and even at the end of the day, even after 2 trials, she still went ahead. And the third time that she was about writing, delivery came, but yet it didn't still stop her. She still went ahead with the baby to exam center with her mom assisting her. Thank you, mommy, for assisting your daughter. That same boy encouraged her to go back to school, and that God will make things happen. And at the end of the day, when she least expected, the same woman that she has been so scared of ended up giving her an envelope that changed her life. So you need to always hold on to your inner mind, to your inner faith, because that inner faith or inner strength will make things happen when you least expect. Hope you're able to learn something from it. We've made our decision to give out money, which is half of the money, to the person that got one of the chains, which is 1,005. We promised 3,000 and he was able to get one of the chains, so we are going to give him 1,005 naira to make it up, because we want to make everybody smile. So he has been able to try, she has been able to try, so let's make her smile while she wait for our next puzzle. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like when you watch our video. Don't forget to place your comment below, and don't forget to subscribe, please, and also visit our Facebook page and also like. Please don't forget to spread the news, and if you wish to join us in the studio with your own story, please, the WhatsApp number below, don't forget to message us or call us on it. Thank you so much. We love you. Tonbra Studio love you, and please stay safe. See you next week with another